so much, everybody, for being here tonight. This series is really so important to me to have this once a month, first Wednesday of every month, dedicated to our women and women identifying individuals, holding space for us. This platform is sacred. And I just want you to know, that I really appreciate your presence. Word up. Like, this is really, really happening. It's an oxymoron because, yeah, I am the one, but at the same time, I'm not the one to be fucked with, to be tested, to become an incorrect with. I perfected meditations with Tibetans and recesses of Mount Everest. So if I have to settle this, I'll pedal to the metal this. I might become a heretic, a lunatic, an evil witch, teach you how to treat a bitch, sit beneath my feet a bit, beside those other piece of shits. New day, I'm seasoning. Puerto Ricans and how we love to season it. Leaving sazonando in the seasoning, rhyme and reasoning, cause the only beef we dealing with is cut with cleaver hits. On some leave it to beaver shit. But leave it to the beef not to know when to leave the shit alone. You acting savage just to bleed, but I'm a vampiro. What's a habit? That's a need. Yeah, she's gotta have it. Best believe the best of me doesn't ever panic. Just to pull yarn out of the hole of the moral fabric. Abracadabra, that which is so shamanic. Healing herbs planted, chanting mantras in the garden. Half alien Martian, flying on the mothership. Flow fouler than vomit, poke holes in you like grommets, strip you like varnish. Shine like a new penny, rhyme like your school buddies. Straighten jackets like I'm nutty, sillier than silly putty. I make you laugh even if it isn't funny. Hold your tummy, my gummy berry juice is so yummy. Sentimental big pun, Marvin Gaye's Sonny. You love to see me coming unless you've been acting funny. Then I'm the road runner dropping bombs on these coyotes. But I told you since the 90s, you better run from me.
This is the first thing that's coming to my head, but I'm a virgin. For all that she was had existed before my eyes, as she danced through her fears and into her freedom. I officially just had my first poetry sharing in public with a live audience, and I had extreme cold sweats and I was literally shaking the entire time, and before that and even after that. But my God, am I so glad that I did not let my fear prevent me from just trying. I literally was thinking how, like, I was thinking of not going, thinking of backing out, but then I was like, would I regret this? Would I regret this? I have to walk fast. Okay. Would I regret this if I didn't go? And the answer was yes. I very much would. I very much would have. And my gosh, it was just so beautiful. Like, everyone, all the women there, they were all just sharing such moving, beautiful, vulnerable, funny, like, pieces of art, really. And shoot, okay. I thought that was the moon, but it's just the lamppost. Yeah, I'm on the first day of my period and definitely feeling like achy, my lower back hurts, my cramps, my uterus. It's definitely going through it. It's not bad enough where like I can't get up at all, but I'm definitely not, I have never went out on the first day of my period. Like, I always make sure I like spend the first day alone with like connecting with my womb and really honoring the first day of my bleed. But I felt really called to just, if I am going to hang out with people, it's gonna be with like a group of women. If I am socializing on the first day of my period, it's gonna be with women. And this was just like the most fitting place to spend my time. And I'm just so glad that I did it. Fuck, I did it. I'm gonna do it again. Yeah. Next time I'm back in New York, I'm gonna do it. Hello. So I didn't get to film like what I wanted to say, or yeah, I didn't get to film more of what I wanted to say that day that I went to the poetry mic. This is like a few days later. But yeah, there were like so many things prior to me going to this event that just went wrong. Like I didn't have, like my data just wasn't working. Like I was having a problem with my cellular carrier, whatever it's called. And I was on the phone with them for like 2-3 hours because they were trying to help me fix like why like my data on my phone. And I had to catch the train so I could get to the event on time. And I still didn't have data on my phone, and so I was like really worried that, you know, just in case something dangerous did happen, I would be able to at least call someone, you know. And also I'm not too familiar with like the subway system. Like I don't live in the city, so I've never gone into the city without like having like an accessible GPS on hand on my phone. And so yeah, I was just like, there's just a lot of things that I felt like was convincing me that I shouldn't go. But I honestly feel like it really was just a test in my faith in the universe, because all I knew was that I had to just go to this event, straight up. Like I had to go there and speak on the open mic. I wanted to overcome this fear. And regardless of like how everything wasn't really working, I was also pretty achy because I was on my period that day. And yeah, I feel like all I needed to do is like really just trust that I'll be taken care of. All I need to do is go there and everything else will kind of work itself out. And it literally did. Like every encounter that I had, because I asked some people like if they could just pull up the maps on their phones so they could tell me like what train I had to take to get to the poetry cafe. And like everyone was so nice and helpful. There were like some points where like I just guessed where I should go, and it would lead me to the exact subway line that I needed to take. I don't know, it felt like a game. But the reason I'm sharing this is because even though, yeah, everything kind of wasn't exactly in my favor, I still went and I still overcame my fear. There were so many things that I could have been like, oh, well, can't go today. It's like, you know, not in the works. It's not aligned for me to go because this, and this. But yeah, I feel like when you really do make the decision to overcome your fears, the universe will help you, because to let you know that it's not impossible and it's not as scary as you think. Oh, also another thing that was really cool was, so it's the place I went to, it's called Nuyorican Poets Cafe, and it's like a really, really famous like poetry cafe where like poets have gathered since the 70s. I think it started in like 1973, and so it just has so much history. And La Bruja, the woman who organized the event, she was saying how like they're going to close down the cafe for 3 years for renovations because they got like funding to really make the place nice. And so like I'm not gonna be in New York for like a couple, like for honestly I think like 6 months. I'm leaving to go back to my other residence. I'm just with my family right now. But yeah, so they're probably gonna like start doing renovations soon, and so it was just really cool that I was able to take in like the history of the building, like how it was back in the 70s when it started. And it was just so cool because I'm so glad that I went that day, because if I didn't go and I waited until, I don't know, the next time I was in New York, I wouldn't have gotten to see the original building. That's the word. Yeah. I wouldn't have seen the original building. And yeah, I feel like I could have explained this a lot better. Oh, God. Also, something that I wanted to mention was that, like, I do struggle with body dysmorphia, and I feel like I was honestly really debating if I should post this video solely for the reason because I felt like my face looked really weird in these clips, and I know that's just my head. It's honestly like I definitely have healed from it immensely, but you know, of course, still a lot of those lingering programs are in my head, and I feel like as long as I can just I feel like filming really helps me to heal my like relationship to my self-image, because it allows me to just accept, you know what, that's just the way that I look, and you know, in different lightings, in different angles, I'm gonna look different, and it doesn't determine my worth and my beauty. Like, and I say beauty in quotes because, like, you know, we all define our own definition for beauty. Yes, we all define what beauty means to us. And yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. Yeah, if you're ever in New York, I really suggest that you check out Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Super dope place, especially the Women Orators Wednesday. Also, this is the first time in a while that I have felt pretty grounded, like being in the city. Every time I came here the last couple times, I felt pretty anxious. But I feel okay. I feel okay. I think that's because the home is in here. It's within myself. Yeah, I'm walking back to take the A train, and I think it's coming up, so I'm gonna peace.